It's been nearly 2 years since the DJI Osmo Mobile 6 smartphone gimbal was released. And even though as of July 2024, there is no successor to this gimbal yet, the OM6 recently got a firmware update that added some new features, which I'll go over in this video. First off, if you're not familiar with it, the Osmo Mobile 6 is a 3-axis gimbal or a stabilizer for Apple or Android phones. It's foldable, so it's very portable and easy to travel with, and it launches or turns on as soon as it's unfolded. It also has a built-in extension rod so you can make it taller. For these reasons, plus its relatively affordable price of $149 US, it's been my go-to smartphone gimbal. So to access these new firmware updates, first power on the gimbal and connect it to the DJI Mimo phone app. Make sure that you've got the latest version of the phone app, and then tap on the new firmware update alert to begin the update. It does take a few minutes, but it's relatively quick to install. Okay, so what are these new firmware updates that you get? The first one is turning the Apple Watch into a remote control. Now for now, this only works with an Apple Watch. So yes, I did get an Apple Watch just to try this feature out. You guys know that I've been a long-time Garmin watch fan, so hopefully this support extends out to Garmin watches one day as well. But now you can use your Apple Watch to view the camera feed, view captured photos or video frames on the watch, control the gimbal direction to adjust the composition, switch between portrait and landscape mode, and enable Active Track. We'll talk more about Active Track next, but for now, this is a really cool update for those of you that have Apple Watches. And it's pretty unique because not many gimbals out there give you remotes for controlling the gimbal from afar. Next, the Active Track performance and the UI display has been optimized. So Active Track is one of the best features of this gimbal. It allows you to choose a subject, and the gimbal will move around and follow it. It's kind of like having a cameraman with you. There are 3 ways, actually 4 now, to activate Active Track. You can press the trigger button on the gimbal, and it will automatically start tracking the subject in the center. Or you can connect it to the DJI Mimo phone app and frame the subject with your finger to enable Active Track. Or you can use gesture controls, such as a palm or a V sign to start tracking. Or you can now use your Apple Watch to enable Active Track. This new firmware update also promises to make subject tracking more stable and smooth, with an optimized UI display. So here's a sample before the firmware update, compared with a sample after the firmware update. What do you guys think? Is the tracking smoother and better now? And finally, this firmware update optimizes the AI editor for parents and kids mode. I'll be honest, I didn't even know that mode even existed on the gimbal. But basically, it creates an automatically edited video within the DJI Mimo phone app after shooting is complete. So those are the new updates that we got for the DJI Osmo Mobile 6 smartphone gimbal. I think they're pretty cool, especially the Apple Watch feature, as well as the Active Track enhancement, because that is a feature that I like to use a lot, and it's one of the best features on this gimbal. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. If there are more features that you'd like to see added to this gimbal, let me know in the comments. And since it has been a couple years since this gimbal has been refreshed, I would bet that there's a new one coming out soon, although I don't know anything. But let me know what you guys think. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.